Hi, Mean students. In this video, we are going to go over the Health Triangle All About Me project and where you can find this information in Classroom, what you need to do to get this turned in, what it looks like to create the project, so that if you haven't done it or if you're missing part of the project, you know exactly what to do. So first off, you want to look in your Google Classroom. So I am in Ms. Knight's third period class right now. And if I click on classwork, I have the topics over here. I want to choose health, and it will bring me to the different health assignments. So this is going to be under our health triangle project planning draft. So the first thing you want to do is open up this planning draft. Also in Classroom, you will see the project options slide. This gives you how to move how to move photos, into from a phone into your Google Drive. And then the slides that I'm going to go over are also located right here as a material under our health. Each teacher's classroom will look a little bit different, but just so you guys have an idea, it should be located under a health category. So here is my planning draft. Step 1 is to fill out this planning draft. So first one, picture of yourself and your name. There's no space to type that, so you don't need to put anything for spot 2. Your favorite physical activity. I would probably put running as my favorite physical activity. A picture of my closest friend and their name. I don't need the picture yet. I just need their name. My closest friend's name is Jen. What do you do to relax? Listen to music. And I like to make sure that the lines all match. Hygiene routine. Remember, hygiene is things that we do to clean ourselves. So showering, brushing your teeth, flossing, things like that. Something that I do every day is brush my teeth. And so on. You're going to keep going through all 10 of these things. Positive character traits are things that make you who you are. So, being like, if you're funny, if you think you have a good sense of humor, if you are kind and caring, a good listener, flexible, optimistic, those are positive character traits. So once, I'm going to pause there, but once you finish filling out all 10 of these answers, you're done with the planning draft, but that's just step 1. That's the first part that you will be eventually turning in. If we go back to our slides, you're going to see that step 2 is to decide between option A and option B to create our actual project. So that planning draft is just a guide that helps us when we go to create our project. So you have 2 options. The first option, option A, is to print out a physical copy of the project where you can draw your own pictures on it using a pencil, color it in, and then turn in that project to us. So this would be if you have a printer at home and you're going to actually print something. Option B is to use a Google Drawing where you are doing an electronic version of the project that you will eventually turn in. So if I go down to the slide with option A, I have 3 choices: a soccer ball, a t-shirt, and an iPhone all here on the side. You click on one of these, open them up, and you would print this out using a printer at home. Now, if you don't have a printer at home, you do not want to choose option A. Once you print it out, you draw your responses. Oh, wrong one, sorry. You draw your responses, again, Catherine, to each of the questions. Just draw a picture, and then to turn it in, if we go back to our slide, you're going to take a picture using your Chromebook or your phone and submit it with the project, and we'll get to that in just a second. If you choose option B, again, soccer ball, a star-ish shape, and an iPhone are the choices that you have. Now, I'm going to go into a little bit more detail about option B. If I wanted to choose the soccer ball, I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to open up this link. And for me, it's going to be in view only because you're not going to have access to this Google drawing. You'll notice that the soccer ball, the different sections of the soccer ball are split up by numbers. You can kind of see the numbers right now, but the picture's still loading. Here we go. So each number of your planning draft is going to correlate. So number 1 is going to go on number 1 of the drawing. Okay, but first thing, since you don't have edit rights to this, that you need to do is hit File, Make a Copy. You're going to make a copy, should say copy of Health Triangle Soccer Ball, and then it would be in your drive, and you're going to click OK, and it will bring up your own copy of the project. From there, I can start inserting my picture. So for number 1, it says picture of yourself and your name. So on my copy in number 1, I would put a picture of myself and play around. You may have to add in text boxes, insert a text box is how you do that. But I would type in my name is Mrs. Haney, and then I would insert a picture of myself. Now I have pictures of myself on my computer, and the easiest way to insert pictures is to click on Insert, Image, and I can upload from my computer. So I can go to my pictures, find a picture of myself. Here's a picture of me and my husband. Make it a little bit smaller so that it fits in box number 1. Then I go back to my planning draft. Box 2, this time I don't need any words. I just want a picture of running because that is my favorite physical activity. So again, I can hit Insert, Image. And if I have more pictures on my computer, I can upload them, or if they're in my drive, or if I want to take a picture, but I don't have any. So I'm going to search the web, and I think this is the easiest way to add pictures. And I'm going to type out running. And I'm going to pick, this one's kind of pretty with the sunset. Select my picture and hit Insert. Again, it's going to be huge, so you need it to fit into the section 2 box. Now, it doesn't have to fit perfectly, but I'm going to put this over by the number 2, and that's all I have to do. Moving on. Number 3, a picture of my closest friend. I would hopefully have a picture of them and insert that and type their name in just like I did with myself in number 1. Number 4, what do you do when you're stressed or worried? I like to listen to music. Maybe you like to do something different. So in box number 4 over here, again, I'm going to insert, image, search the web, type in listen to music, select whichever one you want. You can scroll through. There's quite a few pictures. None of these really look like me when I'm listening to music. We can pick this one. Resize it. And slide it into box 4. Once I get it over there, I can make it a little bit bigger if I want. There we go. I have my picture. Moving on to number 5, brush my teeth. I would go to my project and do the same thing, putting in by number 5. Eventually, you're going to have all of these spots filled with pictures, all the way to number 10, and then your project is complete. Once you finish that, you're ready to turn in. So when you want to turn in your project, you are going to go back to our classroom. And in your planning draft, right here, which is missing, you can see there's a spot where it says add or create. So I already have my planning draft where I typed everything out. That's already there. So I'm going to add my project from my Google Drive. I was just editing it, so it should be there. Copy of Health Triangle is what I called it. I'm going to hit Insert. And then when I'm finished, I will click Turn In. Or you want to submit it with the 2 attachments. I should see my planning draft. I should see the copy of the project. Remember, if you are doing a physical copy that you printed from your printer, you can take a picture with your Chromebook, take a picture with your phone, and do the same thing when you add. You can add it from your Google Drive, and it would just be a picture instead of the Google drawing. But once I'm finished, I'm going to click Turn In, and if Miss Knight was my teacher, she would now have my project. So that when she pulls up my project, see if I can find it. Like an example from my first period. I can see that all the people in my first period have their health triangle planning guide and their picture so that we can grade it from there. I hope this helped. I hope this answered any questions that you guys have on the project. Biggest thing, make sure if you're doing option A and actually printing something, you're choosing one of these three. Otherwise, you need to be choosing from option B. Make a copy. Make sure you have your planning draft and your picture part done and turned in. If you do still have questions after this, please email your teacher and we would love to help you out further. Enjoy making your projects. Thanks for listening and watching.